How about another Yahoo?
Hit me.
This one was sent in by Nick Potter. Thank Nick. It's Yahoo Answers.
Thank Nick.
Yeah, it's from Yahoo Answers user Oscar Smith. And Oscar Smith says, my neighbor is cooking some pancakes next door. The aroma is overwhelmingly wonderful. Would it be rude to knock on her door and ask her for one?
Okay, first I want to acknowledge something, and that is the sheer bravery of using what is potentially your real name as your either that or you're so clever that you have used a nom de plume that sounds like a real name.
A nom de pancake.
These are amazing. There was actually recently, I saw a commercial on the Hulu that was like the Pancake Sunday is how apartment 4B makes friends. And it's just like someone putting flyers up in their apartment building, like stop on by our apartment for pancakes.
No chance.
On Sunday. No, that's a trap.
No way. Yeah, that's a trap. It's literally the most perfect bait for me. Like, literally, if I smell pancakes and I waft along that stink line through the air, you know at the end of it, there's going to be a fucking cage held up with a stick. I'm going to knock down the stick, and all of a sudden I'm in zoo. And I don't want that.
There's a moment in this commercial in which an adorable little girl carries a plate of pancakes, sits them on a welcome mat of an apartment of a man who has not attended Pancake Sunday yet. And that is what pushes him over the edge to go attend. If I opened my door to find an uncovered, unwrapped, completely unsealed plate of pancakes,
on ground,
the cops.
Yeah, that's
I'd call the police.
Yeah,
I'm the victim of something, and I need you to get down here. And
this is an unspecified threat.
We've talked about neighbor anxiety for a while. I kind of know my neighbors, but the chasm between where I'm at vis-a-vis my relationship with my neighbors, where it's basically a rear window situation where like one of my neighbors had like 3 U-Haul trucks parked outside, and then the next day the U-Haul trucks were gone, but they didn't move. And I'm like, what happened? I have to know fucking everything. The chasm between where I'm at now, rear window style, to knock, 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 let me get one of those good flapjacks I'm sniffing, is so wide that I cannot believe that me and this person are like members of the same society, that we are the same like species. It is wild to me.
I would actually be very relieved if this happened to me. I would never take the initiative to go ask for flapjacks, but if someone did open up the door and say, well, let's hope they didn't open up my door. Let's say they knocked.
You want the flapjacks?
Flapjacks! Oh, God. It's me, Flapjack Nickelsack. I'm going door to door asking people for flapjacks. So if Flapjack Nickelsack knocked on my door and was like, hey, you got pancakes? Because I would love to get into one of those bad boys. I would actually I don't think I've ever made exactly the right number of pancakes.
That's
like
fair.
You always have a couple of crusty boys that sit out on the plate, and then you maybe around 2 in the afternoon, you're like, well, you're still here, huh? Let's see what you got. And then you're like, this is a mistake, and I'll throw these away.
Everybody loves room temperature cold pancake.
But Mom used to make the kind that had like apples and cinnamon in them, and those were extremely edible.
Those got a good, and they got a good and powerful stink to them. And you're going to smell those and need them. I need these.
The problem that I would have if someone did this would be this. I would say, okay, yeah, no problem. I'll go get some pancakes for you. And then I would think like, okay, so do I put them in a Ziploc bag, or do I wrap them in a paper towel, or should I
toss them loose in a grocery bag?
Should I syrup them on a paper plate, and then do I have to give them paper? If I give them like glass and plate and silverware, are they going to stand on my porch and eat them? Like what? I would be paralyzed. They would have to come in, and I would just say like, I'm going to lock myself in the closet.
Yeah.
Take whatever
my fucking plasma screen, my laptop. Just do whatever you need.
I think what everyone should start doing is much like if you're going to throw a big loud party and you like go around your neighbors and you're like, hey, I'm going to have a big loud party. Feel free to stop by. If we get too loud, please give me a call before you call it. I think you should do that with everything. Like, hey, I'm going to make some pancakes. Feel free to stop by. If it smells too loud, please don't call the police. And like, hey, I'm going to be playing some Overwatch. You'll hear me yelling because I got fucking frozen again.
Yeah.
And please don't call the police. about my freezing. But if you want to come
Wow.
over and you want to do some like LAN, that's fine.
What if there's an alternate reality to our own where somebody knocks on their door and is like, "Can you please turn down the smell of those pancakes?" My family and I are just trying to watch our Veggie Tales, and we're having a really hard time doing so because just the stink is just so.
My
powerful.
cheat day is tomorrow, and you're killing me.
Please.
I have a true life neighbor anxiety tale, a horrifying true story. If you guys want to hear it,
Yeah.
this week.
We've
my
never
neighbor-
talked about our anxieties before on this show, so it'd be
I know.
nice to
Yeah, this will be an
finally.
exciting new segment, maybe.
My neighbor who lives across the street is a very pleasant older woman who seems to always be on her porch smoking. She comes over and knocks on the door at 8 p.m. a few nights ago and says that her phone has stopped working because she shares it with her family and she needs to make a call to Nate to ask him to recharge her Boost mobile phone. This is exactly how she puts it to me, by the way. And here is where it gets terrifying. I say, sure, fine, that's no problem. But my daughter has just gone to sleep, and the front door is about 4 feet from her bedroom. So if I hand this woman my phone and close the door, then she will have to take some baby waking action to alert me that her audio transaction with Nate and the refilling of the Boost has taken place. So I... without even thinking, I hand her my phone and then realize I am trapped on the front porch, standing here while this woman talks to Nate and tries to explain the Boost Mobile situation. And she is repeatedly telling Nate that it's telling her she needs to find a place to charge her Boost Mobile phone and download this app that tells her where the Boost Mobile hotspots are to recharge the phone. And this is all far, far beyond this blessed woman's capabilities, technologically speaking. This is all Greek to her. And I'm just standing here for the whole conversation while she talks to Nate. And it went on so long. And I was like sitting there trying to think like, what do people do? What do people do when they just stand in a place and listen to a conversation? What have I ever done? I've never done this before. I should get on my, oh God, she has my phone.
Yeah.
I can't even look at my phone. I started like looking at the plants.
Yeah, you started.
like
I was about to say you started gardening.
I did. I started like, these are these have some holes.
I'm a gardener now. I'm so uncomfortable that I became a gardener.
I take care of these plants. This got so bad, guys, that I actually like opened the door and grabbed the first thing that I could reach because I didn't want to risk her ending the conversation and yelling because she doesn't give a shit. She'll wake a baby up. And I grabbed the first thing I could, which was one of Sydney's medical journals.
Oh my
So I
God,
just-
Justin.
I just stood there on the porch perusing like cool new rations that people have just found out about while this woman tries to explain the situation to Nate. And eventually she thanked me profusely and went back to her home. But it was probably the most terrifying 2.5 minutes of my life.
This Nate sounds like a real techno wizard. I would love to get him over here to look at my printer. It's been acting up lately. And my computer.
Your new printer?
Yeah, I can't download any pictures of my nieces and nephews
That's
anymore
so
because I
strange,
ran out of
all-
space.
That's so weird because all printers always work and are great. So it's so strange to hear about somebody having problems with a printer.
And
That's
their
really
print
weird.
juice is so cheap.
Yeah,
cheap to get the print juice.
McDonald's doesn't exist. Hey, should we go to the money zone? I mean, in our world,
Yeah.
money doesn't.
We're going to
today-
need some more clamshells and shiny stones to pay for things.
Yeah,
Let's go
clamshells
to
and
the
shiny
tr-
stones.
Let's go to the bartering post.